the day that the draw for the Digicel National Championships will be made. How are things really shaping up here at the Squash Club?
Well, it's a busy day, as you can imagine. We've got a big draw. We're just making sure we've got everybody's entry in, everyone who's kind of sent it, faxed it, emailed it. We've got people flying in. So it's a busy day and a little bit of pressure just to make sure we get it right, especially being a World Tour event on the men's side as well. There's some regulations that we need to adhere to make sure that it's perfect. And on the men's side, we're looking at about 60 entries. So it's a big draw. Some strong names in there, some big names from the past. The up-and-coming guys are coming back in from university as well. So it's going to be interesting to see who gets who. And on the ladies' front as well, we've got a couple of players coming back from university. One of the Barnes sisters is playing. And again, some of the names that have been around for years. So it's going to be interesting and exciting. And we'll have it published later today. So it should be good.
Now, you organize it and play. The defending champion. How do you manage doing a bit of both?
It is a big task. I mean, I'm lucky down here at the club. We have a really good team. Like everyone sort of pulls together, and the members know that you know, while I'm on court, they just give me half an hour to run around and bust myself up, and hopefully I come through the rounds. But Dave, our club manager, has been doing it for years, kind of knows it inside out. Runa, my assistant, is excellent and knows all about the sort of structure of tournaments and how to run them. So between us, we kind of manage the whole thing. It's just that, you know, I'm the person at the front who does the talking effectively. But it's a good team. We're used to it, been doing it for many years now. We seem to be able to produce these events quite well. So we're looking forward to it. It's always an exciting week. Digicel Nationals is great fun, as well as being a sort of a little bit special for being a national championships and having a bit of pizzazz to it, because everybody wants to win it. Everybody wants to have their chance to see if they can make a national final. And everyone's excited. You can see people training a little bit harder. There's names sort of coming back into the club. You can see the courts filling up. And all of a sudden, I've got a few more lessons on the sheet as well. So it's exciting, and it's a good buzz around the club before the tournament.
Now, you talked about people coming back. Obviously, Mike is well ranked in the PSA. You have collegiate players who have won championships recently and done well for themselves. What type of buzz will they bring to this tournament?
Well, I mean, it's exciting, and you know, we follow these results. I talked to you recently about a couple of college players who'd played well in the National College Championships in the US. You know, they're both back. So we have Noah Brown, Robbie Maycock flying in. You know, the buzz is, can they go one better? Last year, Robbie Maycock took out Nick Kime in the semi-finals, which is one of the biggest results we've had for years. So a big upset then, and of course, you know, it would be interesting to see if they meet up in a quarterfinal or a semi-final this time round and see what happens. Noah nearly got me last year. I mean, I was lucky to sneak through. So Noah Brown, I'm sure, is fit and hungry. So they'll be excited to perform well on a big stage in front of everyone back here in Bermuda. Same goes on the ladies' side. You know, Rachel Barnes is she just arrived yesterday and was training last night and looked like she was pretty hungry to see if she can move into the sort of semi-finals and final stages of the tournament. So the buzz is great. I think they're excited. They're all young and hungry to do it and perform well. And you know, over the years, they're all in the junior program down here, so they kind of watch everyone coming through, and they sort of get coaching by me. And they've seen Nick Kime, and they see Denise and Liz Martin, and people like that. And it's nice for them to finally be in a tournament and be sort of level pegging and trying to get those wins. So it's definitely interesting, and it's a big chance for them to make a big mark in squash in Bermuda.
Now let's go a little off track here. James Stout just recently won the U.S. Nationals and the doubles in the U.S. in squash rackets. Different sport, but he's a member of this club and comes out of this stable. A big feat.
He's just one of those guys who seems to be good at everything that he does. So it's a little bit infuriating how good he is. He's world champion. Yeah? I mean, he won it in the rackets, the sport of rackets, which it is different. It's a different ball, different racket, different court. But the swing is the same, the movement's the same. There's some different skills in there that he would be able to tell you more than me, as I'm actually not someone who's played it before. But we congratulate him. It's great to see him keep pulling these results out. And it's not the first time. You know, he's defending champion in a lot of major sort of international competitions in that sport. So great to see him doing well. Unfortunately not available to play in our Digicel Nationals next week. We tried to get him. He just couldn't fit it into his schedule with competition, work and everything else. And of course he lives in the US, so not as easy for him. So we're going to miss him. We hope to have him available for the Island Games in the summer in some form. Of course, being the doubles racket specialist that he is and a former gold medal winner at the Island Games for double squash, we'd be definitely looking to try and tie him in and see if he's available and if we can get him qualified to play.
All right, well, good luck.
Thanks very much, Hill. Cheers.